One thing that's very important in tennis is the ability to recover efficiently. Recovery means moving to the appropriate spot after you hit the ball. Now, a lot of players are lazy about this. They recover slow, but you actually want to recover very fast so that you're more ready for your opponent's next shot. In an ideal situation, you move to the ball slowly and then recover fast so that you're more ready for the next one and you can move slowly again. Because remember, when we're more relaxed, we're not having to move as fast, we perform a lot better. Now, when you recover, you actually want to stand cross court from where you just hit the ball, because this puts you halfway between your opponent's two best options. I'll show you an example. Let's say the ball has been hit to me over here. So if I'm in this position, my partner wants to stand near his left recovery mark, because my best option that I have is to hit an angle shot like that. And then my second best option could be to hit the ball straight ahead. So by him standing on the left mark but not in the center of the court, he's bisecting my angles, standing halfway in the middle of that triangle that I just created. So that also means that if he hits the ball to this side of the court, now he wants to recover to his right mark, so the right side of his court. So what we're gonna practice here is we're just gonna do some full court rallies, but you're gonna practice recovering cross court from where you hit the ball. So each of you should have 2 dots set up behind your service line, and we need to pick which dot to recover to after we hit based on where we hit the ball. So I hit cross court and I recover to the closest dot. If I hit straight ahead, now I need to recover to the dot that's furthest away. Cross court, I go to the closest dot. Now the other thing I want you to notice is when I recover, if I'm far from my dot, I want to turn and run so I get there quicker. So let's say I hit a shot from here. I want to crossover step and run back to this dot as quickly as I can so that I'm ready by the time he hits. If I'm close to the dot, then it's okay for me maybe to take a shuffle step and get back, but if I'm far, make sure that you turn and run. So what you're probably learning by now is the more that I hit cross court, the less running that I have to do, because my recovery spot is closer to where I'm standing. The moment that I hit straight, now I need to hustle over to the other side and I might not even be ready for his next shot. So keep that in mind when you start forming your strategies. Hitting the ball straight ahead is not only riskier because you have less length in the court to hit into, you also have to run more when you recover. So think about when I hit the ball straight ahead, if I stay where I am, now he has an opportunity to hit across court to win the point. So what I have to do is quickly hit and get to here before he hits. Once you've gotten used to this, now we'll play competitive games with this same format. We'll play 2 games to 11 points. So when we start our games to 11, you're gonna start with a drop hit, cross court, and then the point begins. Recovering as fast as you can so that you're ready before the other person hits. Now the mistake that I made there was I hit the ball straight ahead, but I just stayed where I was. I didn't recover, and so he could pretty easily win the point just by hitting cross court. I'll leave you with 2 more thoughts on recovery. We didn't talk about when you have to move back to the ball, so obviously your recovery would be forward when you have to move back. So I hit, and I'm probably gonna wanna come forward. The second thought is you don't always have to stand too close to the back line on your court. Depending on how your opponent is hitting, maybe he or she is hitting a lot of high balls, constantly causing me to have to run back. Instead of running back and then running forward on my recovery over and over again, I might just make my recovery spot a little bit deeper in the court. So maybe instead of 1 foot behind this line, maybe it's 3 feet behind this line. This way, My opponent can't push me backwards as easily because the incoming ball will be lower by the time it gets to me. And also I can end up playing more balls on my front foot, which is a preferred method for a lot of players.